So here's a video on how you can use your calculator to create a histogram for the section on the project where you have to construct a histogram. So you open your calculator on your computer. You're going to be on your home screen. You're going to press New Document. You're going to add lists and spreadsheets, and you're going to input your data. So these are our scores that students received on a test. So before I even do that, I'm going to type in that I have scores, and this is going to be a frequency table. Now there are intervals in the scores. I'm just going to use the first number on the left-hand side. So the first interval is 0 to 19%. I'm just going to put 0. The next one is 20 to 39, so I'm just going to put 20. Then it's 40 to 59, so I'm just going to put 40, and then so on. And these are just the numbers that start the interval. It's the first number in the interval. So there are 6 scores in that interval: 5, 17, 53, and 41. Notice that our interval for the scores are 20 points each. So there's 6 scores between 0 and 19%, and so on. So once we have that in there, we can find the statistics, 411. We are going to change the X list to the scores, and we're on frequency, so we're going to click the frequency. This is why we label those 2 columns. Notice we have the average test score, and then we have the 5-number summary. So if you wanted to create a box, plot, box, and whisker, you have this, and the median. Now we want to insert another page. So you do that by pressing Control-I, or you could do Control-Doc. See how there's a plus page there? So either one will work. So I'm going to do Control-I, and I'm going to add data and statistics. Notice these are the 5 intervals, and we're going to click on the x-axis whenever you create a histogram. That's your intervals, and that was represented by the score column on my table. So I'm going to take the scores. Before I decide put the frequency on this column, you have to 2-finger click so that you can see this menu. We want to add a Y summary list. So we're basically setting up the frequency scale to go up by on the Y-axis. So that's a 2-finger click on the left-hand side, and you're going to click frequency. So you have these bars here. So right now we have a bar graph. We need to set up the width of the bars to make sure that it actually looks like a histogram. If we do that, we know that these bars are the scores. This one here should be 0 to 19%. This should be 20 to 39%. That's a 20-point difference. So we are going to click and double, 2-finger click one of the bars. And you want to go to bin setting, and you want to make equal bin width. And we want them to be 20 points apart, or 20 points in width, or 20 score points in width. So that that bar now goes, and the first one goes all the way over to the 20 mark. Okay, so you may have to adjust this a little bit. So I just drag this using, notice this pops up and allows you to adjust the window a little bit. And that is your histogram. And from here you can try to move your cursor maybe off of it a little bit and take a screenshot and save it to your desktop.